What if I said that Kylian Mbappe's arrival at Real Madrid this year was of the same magnitude as Ronaldo's arrival at Los Blancos? That would be a controversial proposition. But if we look back from an overall perspective, the impact of the two deals is equally large. If Ronaldo went to Real to balance the power with Barca, then Mbappe's move to Real would completely break this balance. From this deal, the world transfer market will most likely explode again, just like the spirit of the years before the COVID-19 epidemic. If we take the timeline around 1990, Barcelona has never shown such inferiority in front of Real Madrid overwhelmingly. Even from 1997 to 2002, when Real won 5 Champions Leagues in 3 years, or in Real Madrid's golden era of 10 years and 6 cups, Barcelona still had pride in Lionel Messi to hold on. But with the presence of Kylian Mbappe, the power was completely on Real Madrid's side, causing their rival Barcelona unable to stand still. In the end, Kylian Mbappe's childhood dream has come true. The French striker will follow in the footsteps of his idol, Ronaldo, to continue writing legends at the Santiago Bernabeu. But as many say, one person's joy will be another person's nightmare. If Real Madrid is happy and their fans are excited about Mbappe, the one who is most worried is Barcelona. The disparity between the two sides has been clearly shown in the 2023-2024 season. 3 times they have faced each other this season. Real Madrid has won all 3 matches. Los Blancos won both matches in La Liga, along with a 4-1 victory over Barça to win the Spanish Super Cup of the season. In the beginning, both had their own problems when encountering injury storms continuously. However, by the end of the season, one team won the triple and the other had nothing. It can be seen that the quality of Real Madrid's squad this season is slightly better than Barca's. When Mbappe officially plays, the quality gap between the two sides will be worlds apart. This comes from Mbappe's scoring fate against Barcelona. In the first leg of this season's Champions League quarterfinal at Barca's home field, the French striker himself scored a double to help his team advance to the semi-finals. Before that, many Barca fans will also find it hard to forget Mbappe's hat-trick. On February 17th, Paris Saint-Germain is expected to have a difficult march to the Camp Nou Palace to face Barca in the first leg of the round of 16. In fact, it was Lionel Messi who scored the opening goal for the home team. However, Mbappe alone was enough to turn the tide of the match. 3 goals were 3 different scoring styles of the French striker. It can be said that it was Mbappe who single-handedly destroyed the orange field that day. According to Opta's statistics, no single team conceded as many goals by Mbappe as Barca in the Champions League. In total, the French striker had 5 goals when facing the home team of Spotify Camp Nou. Before Mbappe arrived, the trio of Vinicius, Rodrigo, and Jude Bellingham caused so much fear for Barcelona. When the French striker arrives, perhaps the nightmare will multiply. On the other side, it's true that Barca has many potential stars in its squad, but to find names that can form a counterweight is really difficult against the talented guys on Real's side. If in the past they had the MSN trio to balance the BBC, now everything is becoming too unbalanced. And Mbappe's move to Real Madrid seems to have broken the rivalry between teams in Europe. Real Madrid not only surpasses Barcelona, but also surpasses all the remaining teams in Europe. Now other teams will see Real Madrid as a common goal at the top of the mountain to reach. There are only about 3 teams at the European level that dare to confidently overturn the 2 words debt with Real Madrid. The first is Man City, the team with the strength closest to Real, followed by Bayern Munich, the team that makes Real sweat. Finally, Paris Saint-Germain. Maybe we don't need to explain too much anymore. The event of Mbappe joining the Galacticos has become a real explosion for the 2024 summer transfer period. It's not only creating influence in the media, but also on the field, especially with opponents who have a strong fate with Real Madrid in Europe, such as Man City, Bayern Munich, and maybe even Paris Saint-Germain. Relationship between Man City and Real Madrid does not need to say too much. In the last 3 seasons, they have met each other in the knockout rounds, and it is worth saying that whoever wins this match will become the Champions League champion immediately after. In 2022, it was Real Madrid. In 2023, it was Man City, and in 2024, it was once again Real Madrid. If we count up to now, the two have met each other a total of 14 times. Real Madrid won 3 times. Man City 4, and they drew 7 times. It feels like no other team besides the Citizen can defeat Coach Carlo Ancelotti's squad. And now, with the addition of Mbappe, Man City will definitely have to add new quality recruits to defeat Los Blancos in the Champions League next season. The next name is Bayern Munich. This is a very familiar opponent with Real Madrid in the most prestigious arena at the club level. Throughout the history of the tournament, the two faced each other a total of 30 times. The win was more in favor of Real with 14 wins. Bayern had 11 and the two teams drew 5 times. Mbappe had faced Bayern Munich 7 times in his career, but the French striker only won 2, receiving 5 defeats. In the same period, Mbappe only scored against Die Roten 3 times. So joining Real Madrid will most likely help Mbappe improve his achievements. And ultimately, Mbappe's ex-club, Paris Saint-Germain, the rich French guy, tried everything from a huge salary increase to giving more power in the leadership. But in the end, they still couldn't convince France's golden boy to extend his contract. This made President Nasser Al-Khelaifi feel angry and caused irreparable conflicts with Mbappe. If fate arranges Real Madrid to face Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League next season, we do not know whether Paris Saint-Germain fans will pay respects to a one-time idol of the club, or there will be constant whistles and jeers in the stands for Mbappe's betrayal. No matter the scenario, we can confirm one thing. Next season's Real Madrid will be worth watching, especially in matches with the presences of Man City and Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain. It's been a long time since an established superstar came to Real Madrid. Since 2014, Real Madrid has only brought in one big star, Eden Hazard, but failed. Mbappe's signing is different. He seems to have prepared for his success in Madrid. The only problem is whether Mbappe can replicate the crazy numbers that Messi and Ronaldo achieved or not. Kylian Mbappe coming to Real Madrid also means that La Liga will have a world-class star since Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi left. I'm sure there will be people who object by mentioning names like Vinicius Jr., Jude Bellingham, and even Robert Lewandowski, but all 3 of these names have different problems. Vinicius only made people respect and pay attention this year, partly because of Karim Benzema's departure. That part of aura was divided into the Brazilian striker. For Bellingham, he just came to the tournament as a potential young player, but couldn't yet make a strong impact on the whole team. And Lewandowski, the Polish striker, is simply old and has difficulty maintaining his form, let alone the impact on the whole tournament. This can be seen in the period when even Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi also played in La Liga. They always created incredible numbers of goals at that time. This happened so regularly that people assumed it was normal for a player to score 30 or 40 goals. Sometimes there was doubt about the quality of the tournament when the top scorer never scored 30 goals or less. During the period from 2009 to 2018, which was also the time when CR7 played for Real Madrid. Only once did the top scorer not come from Messi or Ronaldo was in the 2015 season. However, at that time, Luis Suarez had an outstanding season with 40 goals, while Ronaldo ranked second with 35 goals. La Liga's dominance that day was also shown in the European Golden Boot race. There was one thing that people assumed was that as long as you became La Liga's top scorer, the Golden Boot was yours. Indeed, that's right. The owner of Pichichi Trophy also dominated this award for 11 consecutive seasons, with the Ronaldo-Messi era accounting for 9/11. The only exception was in the 2013-2014 season when the top scorer in the Premier League, Luis Suarez. However, the Liverpool striker at that time could only share the Golden Boot with CR7 and didn't possess it alone. Considering the last 5 seasons, we can easily see the decline of La Liga's top strikers. Under the Ronaldo-Messi era, the top scorer never scored 30 goals or less. That number 3 is the best achievement for the owner of the Pichichi Trophy in the last 5 seasons. Even 2 of the 3 seasons scoring the most belong to Lionel Messi. Besides, the award for the European Golden Boot has not gone to a player in La Liga for 5 consecutive seasons, ending the streak of 11 consecutive seasons of domination. Bundesliga has received the award 3 times, despite only competing 34 rounds. 2 remaining ones were divided equally between representatives from Serie A and Premier League. With Kylian Mbappe, France superstar, there is a high expectation that he will bring back the position, return to the dominance La Liga once belonged to. Interesting news just in time for the Ronaldo-Messi era to end. The French striker won 6 consecutive goal-scoring titles at Lyon. Because it was a tournament that was not too competitive for Paris Saint-Germain, this player born in 1998 was given a rest many times. Therefore, there is no chance to compete with the European Golden Shoe. But besides that, rookie Real Madrid has excellently won the title before the Golden Shoe at the 2022 World Cup, as well as the 2021 Nation League, or most recently, the Kings scored the Champions League last season. So Kylian Mbappe's presence is worth waiting for. If you follow the football news channel, it's easy to spot a photo of the winning rate to have the Golden Ball this year. 4-5 names belong to Real Madrid. These are mostly very young names and will still dominate Los Blancos for a very long time. Collective achievements often go hand in hand with individual achievements. Of course, coming to a traditional team like Real Madrid, a player's career also goes up like a meteorite, especially in the striker position. For many years, Mbappe has been considered the best striker of the new generation, but in terms of both club and individual achievements, the French striker cannot compete with other names in world football. First, let's return to the track of Golden Ball in 2023. Messi had an advantage that year because he had won the World Cup before, and Erling Haaland won the third with Man City, along with the record of scoring. Mbappe at that time, in addition to the number of good goals, was any strength to compete with the two names mentioned above? Is it true that the Lyon Championships will become boring? By the end of 2023, it was not surprising that the French striker only ranked third of the Golden Ball. In the last 5 years, that was also the first time that Mbappe was in the top 3 when the striker born in 1998 won the 2018 World Cup. This player also could not reach the top 3 because at that time, Mbappe was still too young to compete with his seniors. That's why going to Real Madrid is an unchanged goal. Let's look at Mbappe's future teammates at the Bernabeu Stadium. Only one successful Champions League season at the same time, 3 names from Real's name appears on the list of those most likely to win the title of Golden Ball. The current leader is Vinicius with 61%. Bellingham with his first season at Real also having himself 23%. Although Mbappe is also on the list, it is clear that he cannot compete with the 2 names mentioned above. Mbappe coming to Bernabeu in the next tournament could improve the situation for the French striker. We talked about how Real Madrid's performance will increase when the striker born in 1998 joins and completes Galacticos 3.0. It's clear that Real's competitiveness in all competitions will increase exponentially. Joking in the same way that fans joke all the time in recent days is that the tournaments with the participation of Los Blancos have ended since they started. It is clear that the strength and competitiveness can bring many more golden balls to Bernabeu in the future. It is true that Mbappe will join his teammates like Vinicius, Jude Bellingham, and Rodrigo to dominate the Golden Ball title for many years. The above names themselves are also present in extremely strong national teams. This is also something that will further reinforce the previous argument. After all, football as well as the other entertainment sports still need to make idols. Those stars are the motivation for the audience to turn on the TV to enjoy the matches. There are audiences, there is money. Mbappe will kickstart a trend of returning to Spanish football, revitalizing La Liga. La Liga is more appealing to be watched more in the world. Spanish national championship La Liga has decreased significantly in viewership and revenue since the departure of Ronaldo in 2018. 3 years later, Lionel Messi also left the tournament, causing the number to decrease. Although top clubs like Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid are still competing, to make La Liga become prosperous at the same level during the Ronaldo and Messi era, it will be very challenging to do it again. If we can't return to the way it was, we can improve it somewhat. Kylian Mbappe's participation is a catalyst that helps La Liga become more attractive. In terms of social media, the 2018 Football World Cup champion is the 4th most followed player on Instagram after Ronaldo, Messi, and Neymar. That's why Mbappe can attract a large number of followers and sponsors for La Liga as well. And of course, revenue will also increase further. Statistics show that in the 2021-2022 season, La Liga's revenue is 3.3 billion euros, an 11% increase from the previous season and compared to the top 5 national championships in Europe, La Liga only lost to the Premier League with €6.4 billion. And about the 2022-2023 season, La Liga saw a significant revenue increase to €5.68 billion. The organizer said revenue was boosted by commercial revenue rising by 28.6% compared to the same period last year. The number of spectators coming to the stadium increased by 36.9% to more than 15 million in a season. It is the league's highest ever. The Chiefs said average stadium occupancy now stands at 72%. Commercial revenue exceeds €1 billion for the first time, and people expect that the 2023-2024 season will break even more records. We don't know if we can break it or not, but La Liga from the 2024-2025 season onwards will become much more attractive, especially matches with the presence of Real Madrid with a huge star, in which the appearance of Mbappe is the factor that helps increase the attention of fans. When the great rival adds an extremely high-quality blockbuster, perhaps Barcelona must also quickly do something to be on par with Real Madrid. Otherwise, they will be left behind, especially in the Clásico matches when Blaugrana proved to be too disadvantaged, losing all 3 Superclásic matches of the last season. The difficult financial situation of the home team at Spotify Camp Nou will make it difficult for them to be on par with Real Madrid right now. If there is a miracle to help Barça overcome the upcoming turbulent summer, La Liga of the 2024-2025 season will definitely break records in terms of revenue and number of followers. In 1995, Bosman changed the game of player trading forever. In 2009, Ronaldo set the transfer standard for a superstar. In 2017, Neymar switched to Paris Saint-Germain at a crazy price that changed the base price for all players. In 2024, Mbappe moving to Real Madrid will change the balance of sports power. Real Madrid is considered a monopoly if considering the value of the squad. But it's expensive. It's not necessarily a champion, which is the reason why many of the neutral audience are waiting until next season to see what a powerful super squad can have the ability to win or not. It is how Mbappe's deal changed the world, turning the football world from multipolar to a single unipolar one called Real Madrid.